Weekly forex forecast. For the last couple of weeks, like 2-3 weeks, there is not much opportunity in the financial market. We have the DSY in a ranging form, but last week we saw a potential opportunity that comes back to the market, and then one of the reasons for it is on Thursday we have the CPI, which came out um, lower than expected, which results came out negative. As you can see, the CPI month over month is 0.4, which the forecast 0.6, and the year over year one is 7.7, with the forecast is 7.9. So as you can see, it's a very drastic effect on the dollar. So it might be a short-term effect or a long-term effect. It depends on what the Fed decide to do. Maybe they can decide to intervene, and then they might decide that, okay, let's hike interest rate. But the best thing for them to do is to cut the interest rate so that to meet this particular demand, because if they continue hiking the interest rate, it is bad for their economy. So coming to this week, let's see what is going to happen this week. I don't think we have much of data like that. Okay, on Wednesday we have the CPI, the Canadian CPI, and then let's see how it goes right there. But on USD, I don't think we have a major impact. Okay, Philly Fed on Thursday, so Philly Fed manufacturing index on Thursday. This one to indicate inflation indicator, so it's a must watch out. So just watch out for it. And then I don't think we have a high impact news on then on USD like that. Okay, I think on Tuesday we have the PPI, the Empire State Manufacturing Index, and the PPI. All this one to inflation indicator. So watch out for it also. So on Tuesday too, I think we have the monetary policy meeting of the Australian dollar. So apart from that, I don't think we have a major effect or major news that can cause okay. I saw, okay, on Wednesday we have the retail sale. Okay, I'm seeing the retail sale. Yeah, we have a retail sale. This one is very important. That's 2:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday 2:30 p.m. Please, this one is very important. Make sure you watch out for this one. It's it might or will have a big impact in the US dollar. Watch out for it. So I think that's all. We have the US PPI. No, sorry, the US CPI. The Canadian CPI, pardon, the Canadian CPI, the US core retail sales, the Philly Fed, and then I think the AUD unemployment. That's what we have this week. Please, you have to be conscious of all this news so that you will have a very good a good trade. So moving on to the technical aspect. So the first thing we are going to see is the DSY. So we have been seeing a ranging in the DSY for quite some time now, which we have a high, a low, a high, a low, a high, and then this low. So we have a move up of this low, which go to test the trend line, and it do what it did reject at this particular trend line, which we saw the decline on Thursday and then on Friday. So this is a very a long sharp decline. So coming to this particular week, we can see a retracement. We might see a retracement to the upside, because this movement is a very a strong one to the downside, and then we might see a correction to this particular area. So watch out correction to this 108477. before we have the continuation to the what, continuation to the downside. So my target still remain, 104.00. So at this area, this is where my target is on DSY. So DSY we use to know the direction of the US dollar, and then we'll use it as a guidance to the GU, EU, AU, or any other US dollar pair. So for now, I'm hoping to see a retracement to this particular level, and then a rejection at this level to the downside to 104.000. So if you use the let's go to the weekly time frame. If you use the Fibonacci retracement, because I think it should reject at the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. So let's place the Fibonacci retracement and see where it might likely reject. So where I put here is the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level. As you can see, this area is a 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, and then we might see 50% or 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level before it decline. Let's watch out for it at that particular area. So that's my analysis for DSY. So we should see a retracement to the upside before we see the continuation to the downside. But we are now in the downside. I think potential opportunity has start coming into the market. As you can see, we have all this setup. I think we have like 12 to 14 setup, not like last week when we have a very few setup. So which means potential opportunity has started coming in after we break the range in the DSY. So here I expect to see a retracement to the upside, then a continuation to the downside. So my style remain. So we might see a bounce back at this particular area. So it all depends on the Fed, what they will try to do. Maybe they will try to adjust and make dollar strong back. So but the advice still remain, interest rate cut might be the best bet for them to go. But if they go for rate hike, let's see how it goes. We might see a bounce back at this particular area to the upside. So and if we see a break of this level, because we have two levels here at this particular area. So if we see a break of this level, then this particular level, then we should be going to 80 something or 90 or something. But for now, this is still our best bet for now, 104.00. So the first pair we want to check out is GBP USD. As you can see, we have the breakout of this particular resistance right there. So we are hoping to sell here last week. Then it did what? It did break out after the CPI news. When the CPI come out bad, so the result of the CPI was not a very good one. So it comes out lower than expected. So which makes US dollar weaker. So here we might see a retracement of this weekly candle before we see the continuation to the upside. So let's put the retracement. So retracement, this thing might be 50% or 61.8% retracement level. So let's use the 4-hour time frame and then see how to go. So here we break out this particular resistance right here. As you can see, this is a resistance right here, this is a resistance, and then this is the where we break out of resistance. So we might look forward to retest, which might retest with the 50% retracement level. As you can see, then our target is 1.22037, the next the next resistance. So any retracement you see here will be an opportunity for you to look for a bullish setup to 1.2203. That is when you see the DSY2 when the DSY2 will retrace and will go to 1.4 sorry 104,000. So I think this is fair enough. So we should see a retracement to this particular area on Monday or Tuesday. It can happen on Monday, or it can happen on Monday and Tuesday. Then we'll continue the direction of the trend on maybe Thursday, Friday, and then Wednesday. So the next one we want to look at is US dollar card. So US dollar card, last week we sell from here, we do analysis, and we like, okay, this is where our entry will be. Okay, when you see a retest of this, then you say, then as you can see, it's almost at our target. So what we are looking at on this here is to for it to hit the target. We might see a bounce back at this particular area, because this particular area is a very strong area. Number one, it tallies with what, it goes with the trend line, as you can see, and then with what, with this particular resistance right there. So we might see a bounce back at this particular area to the upside, but it just remains some pips to what, to hit our target. So that's that about USD card. So it has almost hit our target. That is 1355 130. That's almost 300 pips from this particular area to this to where it is now. That's 300 pips. If it's moved furthermore, it will be like almost 400 pips. So we've take almost 300 pips last week from this US dollar card. So the next one we want to check out here is Euro USD. Euro USD too has broken out of this particular resistance right here, and then as you can see, it has hit another resistance. So this tells us that there is a high probability of it retracing, because after hitting this particular resistance, we can see we should see a retracement to this particular area to come and retest this particular resistance that is broken. So it's now turned into what, to support. Then we'll do what, we now break this particular resistance. So my analysis still remain bullish on Euro USD. So my analysis remain bullish on what, on Euro USD. But on Monday and Tuesday, we might see a retracement coming in to test the 50% or 61.8 retracement level of the weekly time frame. That's of the weekly candlestick. So let's see how it goes right here. So we might see a retracement to this side or to this particular. If you check here, you see that we have some order at this particular area. So this is an order block. So we might see something like retracement to this particular level to take this order. Then we might see what we call a breakout of that particular resistance right there. So the resistance should be at the retest of this particular support should be at 61.8 retracement level. So let me use the weekly time frame and see how it goes right there. let's use the Fibonacci retracement. That is as you can see, it's at 50%. So the other block is at 50% retracement level. So there is a high probability that we see a retracement to 50% retracement level before we continue the upside move. So the next pair I want to look at is SND USD. So last week we as you can see, last week we entered the long position from this particular area, and we hit our first take profit target. This week we'll see a retracement to this particular back to this particular level before we see a breakout of this one, and then move to the second target. This is at 0.62412. So we are breaking out of this particular area, and wait for what we call the retest to the 50% or 1.3% return level. If you check this weekly candle, it might be the rejection might be at 50% or 61.3% return level, and then we'll see a bounce up at that particular area to this take profit 2. So the next one is AUD SND, sorry, AUD USD. So this one too, we've hit our first target at 0.66485 right there. So which take us from which take us from 0.63819 to 0.665. That's almost like 270 pips from here to here. So just in a week, so 270 pips from one single pair. It's massive. And when I talk about the USD card, we fixed like 300 pips there too. You know, it's massive. If you combine 300 plus that, it's almost like 600 pips in just 2 pairs. So we've hit our first target at this particular area, and then this is our second target. So having said that, we should see what we call a retracement before the continuation to the upside. So my mind keep telling me that retracement will come on Monday and Tuesday, or probably we might see the upward, the continuation to the up movement on Monday. Then on Tuesday and Wednesday we might see the retracement coming in to the market. Then on Thursday we'll see the continuation to the upside. So you should wait for it to retrace and retest this particular resistance that it broke. You know, this is a resistance, and it break the particular resistance. So wait for it to retest it. If it not retest this play, then probably we will see a rejection at this particular area to the second target of 0.69147. So that is that about ADK. So the next one is a US dollar JPY. This US dollar JPY to there is a breakout of this particular area, which we have a very sharp decline to the downside, and the 2-day candle is almost like 3 to 4 percent of the USD. So what we are looking at here is that we are looking at a potential reversal, then a continuation to this particular other block. Then if it break here, then we'll see a break to 130.75. Just watch out this area, and if you say you want to sell straight, you might be caught up in a retracement. So just be careful where you will enter your trade. So we might say retracement here, then a break to the downside. So the next one is a GBP JPY. So GBP JPY too, there's something interesting about this. What is interesting is that there is a formation of head and shoulder at this particular area. So we have the first shoulder, the second shoulder, and and the head. So we have break through this particular neckline. As you can see, this is a neckline of the head and shoulder. We have break it to the downside. Then approach as we are approaching the new week, on Monday we might see a retracement to this particular area, though it's forming the candlestick that it will use for the retracement already. So we should see a retracement to this particular area, then a move to 159,850. So this is you might see risk of coming into the market because Swiss franc, JPY might be stronger going into next week or a week after next week. So we should see a retracement to this side, then a continuation to the downside in DBP JPY, because we have break through this particular neckline, and then we are waiting for a retest to the downside, that's to 1.5 now. So this is one of my best entry toward next week, so I'll be watching this closely. If I see what we call a retracement to that particular area, then I'm selling to 159,850. that is the target right there. So that target is almost like 400 to 500 pips right there, so don't miss it if you see a retracement here. This is head and shoulder. So the next one I want to check out is the SND Canadian dollar. So the SND Canadian dollar, we have broke through this particular resistance also. So yeah, this one too, we enter from here last week, saying that okay, we are going to this is the target that we are going to meet. So from here, from 79404 to 81, 79404 to 81, that's almost 200 pips, so to the upside. So from here we might see a retracement back to this particular we might see a retracement back to this particular trend line, then a move to the upside, then a move to this particular area, that is 0.82282. that is our target. But wait for retracement on Monday or Tuesday, because the move is a very sharp one to the upside. So after a impulsive move like this, there should be a retracement. This is an impulsive move, there should be a retracement that comes in, then another impulsive move again. So the next one is AUD Swiss franc. So if you check this on daily time frame, so checking this on daily time frame, you see that we have something like head and shoulder at this particular area, then we have the neckline, then we have a breakout, we have a retest, then we should be looking to sell to this particular area. So that is my outlook on AUD Swiss franc. Is one of my best bet to AUD Swiss franc is one of my best bet, because as you can see, this area we have break through this particular support level, then we have retested it. So what we'll be looking at is just a few moves to the upside, then a continuation to the downside. So watch out for AUD Swiss franc. You might see a, let's say, move to this side, then a continuation to the downside. So any adjustment you see without breaking this particular level or without breaking this particular level is an opportunity for you to sell, to look for a sell setup. But if we break through this particular area, let's say we break through this area, then we break through this area, then you know that your sell has been invalidated no matter what. So yeah, any adjustment you see without breaking out of 0.6448, we should be looking for opportunity to sell to 0.58646. So the next one we are checking, we check a lot of pairs right now, so which tell us that the potential opportunity is coming back to to the market. So last week we talked about going long on GBP AUD. So our bias has not changed. We are still going long on we are still I'm still holding, I personally am still holding this particular pair. I'm still holding it. So it's went to like let's say 100 pips, then it's what it comes back here. So this is still our target. Our target is still at 1.7972 8. So we should see a, due to weaker AUD, the commodity currency, the AUD SND might become weaker against some currency apart from US dollar. So AUD SND might become weaker against Swiss franc and the Japanese yen, and then the British pound. So what we are looking at here is for us to what, to see it going to the what, to the target. So here now, this is what I can see right now. If we break this level, then we are going here. Then if we have a rejection here on Monday, then we have to what, to close our position. So that's what I want to tell you right there. So if you are still in this position, if you are from Ambafx Telegram group, and if you are Ambafx student, so if you are still here, so just wait. If you see a rejection at this particular area to the downside, you just have to what, to leave it. But if you see a breakout of this particular trend line, then you just have to continue holding the trade to 1.79783. So the last one before we go to gold is DBP Swiss franc. So I think in the next couple of weeks, Swiss franc will be strong, and then I think JPY too will be stronger. So what we are looking at here is that after breaking this particular support trend line level, so there is a what, there is a retest to it, then we have a rejection. So for now, any retracement you see to this particular area is an opportunity for you to look for a bearish setup to 1 point easy. So let's use the 4-hour time frame. So we might see we might see a retracement to this particular level, and then a move to this to the downside. So let me check where the retracement might end. So we might see a retracement to this particular level, then to 1.09106. Just watch out for that area, and the retracement might reject at this particular trend line. Sure, you understand. So as you can see, we have a retracement here, then a sharp decline. So any retracement you see will be an opportunity for you to look for a bearish setup. So the last one we want to check is the gold. Last week we saw the gold breaking through this particular resistance here, breaking through all odds at this particular area. So here now, as the DSY, as we analyze the DSY, that we might see a what, a after the impulsive move, we might see the retracement move before we see the continuation. So this is an impulsive move too, and is a very, very large one. So after a large impulsive move, what comes after is what, is the retracement move. So we might see retracement move coming to test this particular resistance, then to hit the first target of 181.10. So if you are new to this channel, please click like, subscribe. A big thanks to everybody that has been doing that on a regular basis. And if you love this analysis, don't forget to click on the thumbs up button and drop a comment below what you think about some currency that we analyze here. So if you want to join our Telegram channel, where I drop my analysis every day, where I drop the chart, there is the link in the description box. And then we have a link of the broker that we use, a very trusted broker that we use in the description box also, that we use for our analysis, for our trades, and they are very very reliable and trusted broker. So you can even contact me if you have any issue with the broker. I can talk to them directly. So a big thank you to everybody that has been subscribing to the channel, and then don't forget to trade safely, as we have a lot of potential opportunity in the market. Please, you have to beware of your entry and your exit. Don't be caught up in the retracement, and don't be caught up in the impulsive move. So you have to balance it, and then you have to be very very careful of the fundamentals. You have to check the news regularly so that you won't be caught up, maybe when you just enter a trade and there is a news that just scatter your trade. So you just have to be very very careful. So don't forget to trade safely. Have a lovely weekend and a nice trading week.